News as Nebraska Governor Jim Pillen met with 61 soldiers who were deployed a few weeks ago near the U.S.-Mexico border. The troops are helping to provide assistance to agencies working to secure the border. They are expected to return home early next month. Pillen joined governors of other Midwest states, including Iowa Governor Kim Reynolds, to talk about their joint efforts under Operation Lone Star. Much more on this story all afternoon long right here on 6 News.